Hey guys, just wanted to quickly jump on and talk about something that I'm noticing in my comment section, and that is the denial of anti-trans legislation being pushed by Republicans across the United States, because that is a fact. That is not false news. That is not something that's just being pushed by the media or the Democrats or the far left or whoever it is that you believe in. This is pen on paper fact. And well, let's talk about it, right? I feel a little prepared. I do have notes. So if you see me looking down, this is what I'm reading. So anyway, so about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, Arkansas passed one of the strictest anti-trans laws in the United States. And the actual governor, who is a Republican, Governor Hutchinson, vetoed the bill. It went back to the Senate, in which they overrode his decision and passed it into law. I want to go ahead and read from this because this is the actual name of the bill that passed. To create the Arkansas Safe Adolescents from Experimentation Act. So before you say, oh, it probably wasn't all Republicans, well, here we go. So first, it had to go through the House. 97 people voted on this bill. 72 who voted yes were all Republican. 25 who voted no were all Democrats, with the exception of 3. So then it had to go to the Senate, where there were 33 voters. 25 voted in favor of the bill, all Republicans, and there were only 8 no's. 7 of those were Democrats, 1 an independent. By the way, I don't want you just to take my word for this, so I put all the links in the description box so you can check for yourself. You might be asking, Terry, what did the bill contain? I'll tell you. It bans all minors from seeking trans-affirming health care. And what's really, really terrible about this is the people who are already on hormone replacement therapy are not grandfathered in. They have to halt their therapy immediately. So any blockers or hormones that they're actually taking at the moment ends. That means no doctor, no healthcare provider can prescribe any hormones or puberty blockers to kids and teens who desperately need this. Well, then you might be saying, well, Terry, they're kids. They might change their minds. Let's talk about that. People might want you to believe that parents are shoving hormones down their children's throats, and that just isn't true. So the way that WPATH and the Endocrinology Society, I think I said that right, confronts this or deals with it is that children under the age of 16 are given puberty blockers. Now, that is not hormones, so they don't start transitioning at 8 or 9. They're simply given a blocker that delays puberty. And if that child decides you know what, I don't want to go through this, they can be taken off and there are no negative side effects. Their body just starts to kick into puberty and everything is fine. Literally everything is totally fine. You are not able to seek any form of hormone replacement therapy until you are 16 at the age of consent. And you still have to have your parents' approval. And it's actually almost unheard of for any surgeon to perform gender-affirming surgeries. I think they make exceptions for special cases. I do not know what those are, but maybe I'll find out and put that link in the description box later. So, a month prior to this bill passing, Governor Hutchinson signed in another bill into law that barred trans adolescents from competing in sports that align with their gender identity. You might be thinking, Terry, it's just sports. But think about that middle school kid who just wants to play volleyball or tennis or football. They just want to be part of a team. They want to be accepted. They want to feel validated. And by barring them from playing sports, you're telling them that they are othered, that they are not worth having. And that is so detrimental to their confidence and their mental health and their well-being. They should feel like they belong. They shouldn't be ostracized. Recently, the British Journal of Sports Medicine published a study in which the experts concluded that trans athletes should not be able to compete on Olympic teams until it takes 2 years for hormone replacement therapy to equal that of their cis peers. The average age of the participants of that study were 26 and a half years old. We are not speaking of middle school and high school children. That means middle school kids who are not on hormones but puberty blockers are not allowed to play on team sports. There's also a link of a study that was backed by the US government in which the experts concluded that there just wasn't enough scientific evidence to say whether trans people had an advantage over their cis peers. And you might be thinking, Terry, it's just Arkansas. But the truth is, it's not just Arkansas. As of right now, there are 35 active anti-trans bills out there that could be voted on any day of the week, stripping the rights of trans people, all backed by Republicans. If you know of a Democratic-backed anti-trans bill that has been put forth, please let me know, because I haven't come across it, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Let me know. I will take a look at it. It needs to be from a reliable source, no Breitbart, no random Fox News, and just make that fair. No CNN, no MSNBC. I want hard, reliable sources. That's the rule. I also do not want to hear your non-expert personal opinion unless you're an expert in the field of hormone replacement therapy or endocrinology or any healthcare that deals with trans individuals on a weekly basis. I know that I'm new to YouTube and that I only have a few videos up and I don't have a lot of followers, and I don't want to alienate a large group of people, but I will not engage in any sort of debate about trans people and their rights. I'm sorry, I will not do it. I don't care if you spout Caitlyn Jenner quotes to me. She is the worst possible representation of our community. Again, this is a video that I didn't really want to make, but I can't sit there and read these comments that say that Republicans aren't actively trying to limit the rights of trans people, because they are. I have absolutely no desire to make more videos like this. I would much rather talk about my life and my experience and highlight the positive aspects of our community. And you might think that's a little fluffy, but I feel like there are enough videos on YouTube that if you need certain research, they're out there. And I really want to clarify that this was not an attack on my viewers who happen to be trans Republicans. This video was made for the cisgender individuals who are leaving ignorant comments on my videos. So I don't want to alienate you. I want to learn from you. I want to understand why you vote the way you do. I probably will not agree with them, but that's okay. You probably don't agree with me in a lot of my political views. So I hope you guys stick around. And I keep getting messages asking if I would date a Republican. And the truth is, I still don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I'm leaning towards no, but I also don't want to completely dismiss the possibility. But there would have to be very special circumstance. And, it's probably not a good thing to enter a romantic relationship with conditions. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good answer, to be honest with you. Oh, and you see that space right there? Yeah, it's been empty for a very, very long time, and I need to fill it, and I'm sort of picky. So if you are an artist, please send me a message. Let me take a look at your work. If I like it, I will happily buy something from you and put it right there where it belongs. Yeah, this was a tough subject to cover, And I probably wasn't the best person to do it, but I think it needed to be done. And I hope I didn't, alienate all of my viewers. I really do appreciate you. So stick around and we'll see how it goes. Okay, until next time.